Welcome back to Brick Talk, the LEGO Investing Podcast. This is episode 25, where we are taking a look at some retiring sets that are already off to the races. And the first set that has already begun appreciating in price, the 75313 UCS AT-AT. Prior to this, the largest retired UCS was the $700 Star Destroyer. This is unproven territory, so how is it doing just a month or two after selling out? Look at on eBay here, selling for a cool $1,200. Selling pretty solidly, over $1,000 on eBay, as high as $1,225. Keep in mind, you could have picked this setup at lego.com for Black Friday or Cyber Monday for, I think, $680. And if the first few weeks are anything to go by, this set is well on its way to $1,500.
It's doing exactly like we thought it would do, yet neither of us picked any of them up new in box for investing. It's just so much, and there is still risk involved. Plus, I don't know how much I would want to ship one of those and deal with all of that. There's risk there. And then finding a local buyer, it can be a little bit difficult.
And fun fact, the seals on this box are the old style of glue, seals, tape that could potentially come loose. Your buyer might give you a hard time about some loose or misfitting seals.
For me, looking forward, I'm really excited about the Vendor class cruiser, the first of that ship in UCS form. But DG, did you see the news? $1,000 Death Star coming out soon. For me, right out of the gate, that is a pass. That'll be the third large Death Star.
I'm a little curious what that's going to look like. Will it be like the Death Star 2, just a gray basketball with the super laser? Or will it be like those Death Star playsets with 15 or 20 minifigures? Maybe they'll scale that up, give us even more minifigures, and with inflation, hey, now it's $1,000. In 2016, it was $500, and in 2008, for the original version, I think it was $400. So how far we've come.
Large set like that, there's going to be some potential because there will be minimal supply on the secondary market, but I will not want to deal with a $1,000 set. But that Venator, I'm watching.
I like the Venator too, but since it just launched last year, I don't think that's going to be retiring in 25, more likely 26. Moving on to a new theme, we have 21332, the LEGO Ideas Globe. KDX, I owe you on this one because you pitched me the deal when this went on sale for $160 from Walmart. You sent it over. I quickly ordered 3 of them. So I have one of those right here, and I must say, the box presentation on this, unbelievable. The tables have turned, and now it is I who am bringing props in small head mode.
So here's what's interesting on this set, DG. I have not looked at early performance, so I have no idea if you're about to show us that this one's doing well. Tell me, where are we? Are we good?
Well, if we look here on eBay, we're selling $290. This listing here is from back in June, so let's ignore that. Let's get one from just yesterday, $300 with free shipping. Looks to be right around $300, $275, $330 here with $30 shipping. If we look over on Amazon, there's no buy box here, which indicates Amazon is sort of suppressing the listing. And if you want to buy it, you have to click over here, see all buying options. Let's see what we have. Currently 10 sellers on Amazon starting at $340. We have some at $346 here, right around just under $350. Exactly what I predicted a couple episodes ago. It looks like those lowball sellers have sold out, and wouldn't you know it, price is $340.
Well, and since we've been booted off of Amazon recently, maybe that'll come back. Who knows? We'll see. We'll figure that out. So I'm going to look at the eBay price. $300 before shipping. Take off 15% brings us around to $250. Throw in another $25 of shipping. $160 buy-in. That's a $65 profit. That's about a 40% growth in a month. That's pretty good. And I think it's going to go a little higher. I'm not expecting to get 100% ROI on this one, but I think by next Christmas in a year, 80 to 90% ROI is going to be pretty doable, even selling on eBay.
So when we see price appreciation really fast out of the gate like this, we have 2 options. We can book the gains, realize them right away, and reinvest immediately. Or we can say, wow, it's appreciated so much in just a month, I'm going to hold mine, and then in a year, they'll be on the moon. I personally have taken that second strategy with 2 of the LEGO sets that I've purchased the most of in my entire LEGO investing career. The Mandalorian Starfighter, retired in 2022, and the Speed Champions Chevy Corvette 2-pack from the same year. Both of these sets I purchased over 100 of, and right out of the gate, I was seeing them sell for close to double their MSRP. I remember the Mando Fighter was going for 90 to 100 on eBay, and I had picked mine up for 35. The Corvettes I picked up for around $20 a piece, and the following Q4 they were selling around 40, 45, even over $50. But if we look now, the price on this set has actually declined quite a lot. It is no longer selling for $80, $90, $100. It's going around $65. And so looking at that early performance out of the gate and trying to extrapolate it, maybe not the best choice here. This is selling around $60, which is its MSRP 2 years after retirement. I don't know if Mandalorian buzz has gone away, nobody cares about Gar Saxon anymore, or what's going on, but I liquidated about half of my Mando fighters, and I wish I'd liquidated more because now I'm selling for less best price than I was a year ago.
I am hoping that the Mando movie will help these out, but that's just going to make the whole time even longer.
There's another dynamic going on, which I think is very interesting, which is all sets bump in price in the lead up to the holidays, and especially Christmas, because they go out of stock and there's tremendous demand from the general public for these retired sets, or these retiring sets that have just left shelves a few weeks ago. So it can be kind of hard to discern if it's the holiday price bump that is only temporary, or if the set is actually off to a start. Will these prices come crashing down in January and February? Continuing with the ideas theme, this is another set that you put onto my radar earlier this year, Kevin. 21334, the Ideas Jazz Quartet, $100 MSRP, and this set was very hard to find on a sale. It went 20% off at major retailers very seldomly, and it always sold out quickly when it did. Barnes & Noble briefly put this on 25% off, so you could get it for $75. 1,600 parts in the box, $100 MSRP. That's an amazing value at MSRP. Very unique, gold lacquered parts. The construction of the musicians and the construction of the instruments, all amazing. Let's see what it's doing on the aftermarket. Boom, 135 there, and in the lead up to Christmas, 155 with free shipping, 151, 160 with free shipping. Like you mentioned, Kevin, I am also regated on Amazon, so I am not selling Lego on Amazon anytime soon, but I did sell one of these jazz quartets on Walmart for even more than that. I think I sold it around 180.
Nice. Well, that's good to see. Yeah, I've got my only two because they were hard to find on sale. It's a set that I like though, but I got them at Barnes & Noble maybe 6 months ago, and they were doing triple stamps, the normal 10% off. And I think there was a pretty good Rakuten going on at the time. I think it was like 10% Rakuten. So I got the equivalent of about 35% off, and I'm happy with that. And I might actually think about selling one or both of them here pretty soon.
Why wait around? The prices might go down, right? Like that Mando fighter.
Yeah, I feel like things that are tied to licensed themes are more vulnerable to that. You know, a globe, that's been around forever. Music, it's been around forever. There's a lot of these idea sets that should not fluctuate and be so dependent on, you know, the next TV series that comes out. And if it sucks, then the value goes down. So, you know, maybe I'll sell one. Maybe I'll sell one Jazz Club and one Globe and do like you did and split the difference.
Yeah. Well, I love the Globe, but you have to think that it's more vulnerable to re-release. Lego does world and travel things all the time, and if they release a new Globe, that might defer some of that demand. I picked up 8 or 9 of these jazz quartets, and anecdotally, I've had a ton of interest from local buyers on Marketplace and other platforms like that. This set seems to be very popular, very undersupplied, and so I'm not going to let mine go at too low a price. So the next set I want to talk about today is one I have on the shelf behind me. Tell me, Kevin, have you ever even seen this set?
Nope. I think that's a knockoff. That can't be real Lego. I've never seen it, and at this point, I've got a photographic memory of all the Lego sets out there. So what are we talking about here? Something hamster related?
Why, yes, this is hamster related. This is 42601, the Friends Hamster Playground. 1 year shelf life. It was out for just 2024. Tiny little set, $20 MSRP, 167 parts. And before I show you what prices this set is selling for, I just want to show you that in new condition on eBay, we only have 15 sellers. This is a very obscure set. And if we look at sold items, look at this, $36. $40 plus shipping. That's double MSRP. 36 here. These are from about a week ago, leading up to Christmas. $50 from Canada with $20 shipping. This set is very undersupplied. Heading over to Amazon. Once again, we have no buy box. That's generally an indication that we're going to have a high price here. Let's see. 11 sellers starting at $40. I picked up 5 of these sets at 30% off. So I bought for 14. I look to be able to sell for 30 or 40. I didn't hear anybody talking about this set. And it just goes to show when the whole community is talking about one thing, it's very possible to look at sets that aren't being discussed and see that those turn out to be better investments than the overhyped Republic fighter tanks of the world.
I'm hoping to make $10 each on those at this point. So I have to ask, where'd you get them from? You said they were 30% off, and what put them on your radar? Because there have been a lot of random sets, especially in the Friends line, that have been on good discount at multiple retailers. You know, we go through periods of October, November, December, where retailers just put a bunch of like junky sets on sale, just trying to clear those out.
Yeah.
So why did this one stand out to you?
So for me, there's 2 types of sets. There's sets that are on my hit list that I've thought about and sort of pre-researched. And on the flip side, there are sets that I see go on sale, and I'm browsing through these sales of junky sets on deep discount from retailers. And when I see something that's interesting or that looks promising or maybe is a price that just looks really good, I'll do a little research. I'll see what it's selling for, and I'll make an impulse buy if it's a good enough deal and if I like the signs that I'm seeing. This was one of those. Funny enough, this set went 30% off from Shop at Home a couple of weeks ago. I considered adding these to a cart to get some gift with purchases, which would have put you at even more than 30% off. I passed on them in Shop at Home, but then I saw them come up from Kohl's with Kohl's Cash on top. And so really I should have picked them up both places, but I just wasn't sure at Shop at Home. And I thought, what the heck, let me just get 5. It's a small investment of what's 5 times 14, $70 to try my hand with this Friends set. There's actually another set behind me, Kevin, that I am going to blow your mind with. Have you seen this set?
That set I have seen, and it's pretty darn adorable.
Last year's Friends Cat Hotel, another animal-focused set, 1 year shelf life. This was a $30 MSRP, and looking on eBay now, it's selling for $60, for $68. This was a Barnes & Noble exclusive, which not a lot of people keep track of. I did, and I purchased just 2 of these. Looking on Amazon, it's going for even higher, $74, and this is on a discount. So once this seller sells out, you're at $95 for a $30 set retired 1 year ago.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
So a lot of Lego investors just look completely the other way from Friends. They don't even consider it. Not financial advice, but maybe consider it.
I've got some friends like you, one-off, walking through Walmart, quick research on the cell phone. You're like, yeah, I'll grab a couple of those, and they've done pretty well for me in the past.
Yeah, it just goes to show when the whole herd is looking at Leia Bouche helmet, I'm looking at hamster Friends sets. Another set off to a shockingly good start is this 80113 Family Reunion Celebration, part of the Chinese New Year theme of sets, none of which have done well in past years. We discussed this set on our 3-person podcast with Brian from Brick Domain, 130 MSRP for this ornate building with gold parts on it, dark green ingot roofs. I mean, this is strikingly good looking. The last time we talked about this set, it was 30% off from Shop at Home. I think it was $91. Looking on eBay, just a couple of weeks later, this set's selling for $180, $160 plus shipping, $150 plus $45 shipping. And if we look at some of these older sale prices from just a couple of weeks ago, early December, $150, $130. So this rise has really happened in the lead up to the holidays. I think this is a popular gift set. I don't know, we might have another Mando fighter on our hands. I would get rid of him now.
I don't know about that. I feel like the Chinese New Year and the holidays in general have been around for a really long time, and they're not going anywhere. So I think that this one's going to do pretty well, even over the longer hold time. But yeah, after seeing these early numbers right out of the gate, I would not want to hold on to this more than one more year.
The next set we need to talk about is one we have mentioned before, the Books Are My Passion Ideas Gift with Purchase from just a couple of weeks ago. Available on any purchase over $130 at lego.com. I took some screenshots. Check this out, Kevin. December 16th, meaning pretty much getting to be the last day that you can purchase this set on eBay and have it guaranteed delivered by Christmas. People are paying over $100 for this set.
That's amazing. On a $130 buy-in, you are cutting down your costs by just under 2/3 after doing the shipping and fees. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I had no idea this was going to happen. And looking at this gift with purchase, before it sold out, I thought, those look cool. I'm going to place a few orders, but I didn't expect this.
Yep. So how many did you end up getting, and have you already sold them?
I ended up with, I think, 5 or 6 of these, and most of them have already sold on Marketplace for $60, $70, $80.
That's amazing.
So this is in very short supply. Another thing that I've noticed is there's a ton of interest. The page views on my eBay listings, on my Marketplace listings, there's so much interest in this set, and I just don't understand it. Gift with purchases can be kind of risky. If you were banking on this happening to most GWPs, you would be disappointed, but it seems like once in a while we have a standout performer like this. Now, if we look on eBay a little more recently, the price has come down. We're closer to $80, $90 here with free shipping, because these are not likely to arrive before Christmas. I'm curious to see how far the price will fall. Pretty good spread here. I mean, we have 65 plus a little bit of shipping, but 110 sold just yesterday plus $12 shipping. That's crazy. For this tiny little set, how many parts is it? Less than 300 parts.
I made a mistake. I got 5 and I sold my first 3 right away on November 3rd, 4th, and 5th for only $35 each. And then I had 2 more and I sold them in late November for $55 each, which I'm very happy with. But clearly I should have just held on to these until the second week of December and sold them all for $70 each locally.
So why are buyers so drawn to this Books Are My Passion GWP? I think for the mass market people who don't buy a ton of Lego, they're used to just strolling through the big box store aisles, looking at the the Lego sets on the shelves. And I think when they see this set, they say, oh, that's new. I've never seen this. What is this? Must be rare, must be exclusive. Haven't seen it at Target, Walmart, or anywhere. And I think that's part of what's contributing to the appeal for this set in particular. Now, technically, this would be true of all GWPs, but a lot of those GWPs with the colorful boxes, they don't look to an outside non-Lego fan as anything different than what you could see at Walmart or Target. That's my non-scientific theory, and I'm sticking to it. Now, another batch of sets that I've found is off to a terrific start to retirement are these Lord of the Rings LEGO exclusive BrickHeadz that have just retired. Legolas and Gimli, Frodo and Gollum, Gandalf the Grey and Balrog, and Aragorn and Arwen. Earlier this year on our tier list, we talked about all these sets in depth. We gave our predictions. All of these, except the Frodo and Gollum, were $20 for your 2-pack BrickHead. All these look great. They look just like the characters. Gandalf the Grey and Balrog is my personal favorite. It's also the best value in the box at 348 parts. How are these doing? Looking on eBay, Aragorn and Arwen, $40 shipped here, 28, 36. These are going for nearly double MSRP just a couple of weeks after retirement. $40 just for this one here. These are all sold in the last couple of days. I was a little concerned when we did our tier list that these were overhyped and that BrickHeadz are just a waste of time, blah, blah, blah. But I must say, these are off to a pretty good start.
I've got about 15 of each, I think. So I did pretty well on these. Yeah. So I'm pretty pumped, and I am not selling these right away. Lord of the Rings is not going anywhere. Well, let me restate that. Lord of the Rings is on the rise in the Lego world right now. Did you see there was another Lego Leaks announcement yesterday? A couple more Lord of the Rings sets announced, and there are some larger ones, not as expensive as the two that are out now, but Lego is leaning in some very detailed, elegant, involved Lord of the Rings sets.
Yeah, BrickHeadz are kind of off to the side from the main sets, and that's part of my hesitation in investing in them. So with these new leaks, are these rumored to be play sets with minifigures?
Well, they're all play sets, even the ones that are out now, but they're just big. It's not like Lego has decided to do $20, $50, $80 scale Lord of the Rings play sets. They're still going big, ornate, and expensive.
I'm not in for quite so many of these BrickHeadz. I think I have 3 to 5 each, and I don't know what I'll be doing with them. It's a busy time. There's already so much to sell, so much to organize. I got to get my warehouse in order.
TG, I've got some sets too that I'm really excited about. I know that, we're excited about the same ones pretty much, but these are the ones that I picked out in preparation for this video.
We buy a lot of the same stuff, but not completely the same stuff.
I did not buy any hamster play sets this year.
Your loss.
It is my loss. I'm impressed by that. That was a good pick. So another theme to introduce this video is architecture. And as our audience knows, I almost never invest in architecture sets, but we talked about this in the past. I picked up 3 of these at $67.19 after taxes, and they're going for 120 shipped. I know it's only MSRP, but it's good to see right out of the gate that this one is looking decently strong. So I'm excited about this one.
I was really hesitant on the Taj Mahal. We had the creator expert Taj Mahal from like 15 years ago that went to $1,000, got re-released almost identical, crashed down, and that re-release hasn't done well. This Taj at the smaller scale with all those little 1x2 ingot pieces and the 1x1 tiles, I am pretty nervous, so I just picked up 2 at just over your buy price. I didn't know this was off to a strong start, but it looks to be pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I know it's only MSRP, but that's pretty good at this stage of the game. I think this one goes to $150 by next Christmas, and at the $67 buy-in price after fees, that's an 80% ROI. I'm liking it. And the next one I'm excited about is the 3-in-1 Birdhouse. We've talked about this one a fair amount in the past. It retailed for $30. It's going for over retail when you add shipping in. I picked up 5 at my local Walmart for $18 after taxes.
Yeah, I went a little bit deeper. I got about 40 of these at half off when Walmart did their Cyber Monday for Walmart Plus members. For smaller price point sets like this, I would prefer not to self-fulfill my orders. I prefer to outsource this to FBA or to Walmart's fulfillment service, which is basically the same thing, just on their platform, seeing as I do sell on Walmart now because Amazon banned me for no reason.
That's good, though. You're hooked up at Walmart. That's awesome. Good work.
It's an interesting marketplace. We'll be talking about that more in depth in a coming video soon.
Another 3-in-1 that flew under the radar most of the year and then got a ton of hype right at the end of the year because it's Target exclusive and got a great discount is this exotic pink parrot. You and I both picked up a ton of these at $12 a piece, and look at that right there, $35. We could already double our money on these if we really wanted to go after it.
Pretty crazy that a couple weeks ago you could have picked this up for $12 and now it's selling for 32, 44. That's pretty nutty.
Now, DG, a few icons and ideas sets for you. So the first one is this Ghostbusters Ecto 1. I was down on this set all year. It has had such a long shelf life. I forget, did you get any of these?
Nope.
So you were down on it also. So you and I both did not pick any up. It's looking like it's not a terrible investment. And I'm surprised, again, with how long the shelf life was. I'm still pleased I didn't pick any up because I know you can't get them all, but it looks like one that we potentially missed out on.
I would watch this closely to be one that crashes back down after the holidays. Am I biased? Yes. Will that happen? Maybe. I don't think this Ecto 1 fits into people's car collections quite as well.
I agree. So talking about car collections, the large Icons Red Corvette, this old classic car, $150 MSRP. It's been on sale for $104. A lot. Very low buzz. Not many mentions on my data that I collect. But if you look at the most recent sales on this set with shipping, we're almost at $200. And so at $104, you're already making a little bit of profit. I'm not saying that I would sell my couple now, but this is looking better than most of the community originally thought.
Of course, we're recording this just a couple of days before Christmas. Prices are going to be higher on everything. So I'm going to watch this closely to see if this price holds or if it declines.
Be interesting, but I am happy with a couple that I got at $104. I think that $180 after shipping and fees is going to be doable in a 12 to 18 month hold time.
It's a cool set. I didn't think it would perform, so I missed out. Well, missed out.
And now, DG, one of my favorite sets of the year, as you know. I think it'll be somewhat of a slow burn, but the Ideas Typewriter, $250 retail price. I picked up my only one at $200 from Target. I wish I'd got a couple more, but they were tough to find on sale. This one did not have many sales throughout the year. And look at this, $350, $360. Again, I think this one has a slow burn to it. I'm not worried about this one trickling down in value. I mean, it obviously ebbs and flows throughout the year, but I think this one climbs over the next couple of years and could be a $450 set against my $200 buy-in.
I've said a couple times before that I see this set being $1,000 one day, and I'm standing by that. But we are going to have to wait a little bit longer for these lowball sellers to sell out. And if we search this set on Amazon, we can see it's back in stock for full price, but you can get this set now for $250. This has just come back into stock with Amazon in the last couple of days. Now, it does arrive after Christmas, so anybody who wants this before is going to have to rush some shipping on eBay and buy from a different marketplace. But maybe a concerning sign, this set sold out. We thought it was gone for good, and Amazon zombie stock.
I feel like this is going to be pretty short-lived zombie stock, but it would be pretty hilarious in a terrible way if this sat around for like another year on Amazon. But I agree, though, on the $1,000 eventually. But of course, if there's a year of zombie stock, then that could delay that by multiple years.
And since we last spoke, Kevin, I actually picked up one more sealed copy of this set from Barnes & Noble when they had it in stock as the only place to get it before Amazon restocked. And I also purchased a used open built copy with no box. I scored it for $100 built, got it home, so excited, only to discover that it had been built wrong. Something is wrong with the internals. Maybe a kid built it, or maybe just a less experienced Lego builder. I'm gonna have to gut this thing and fix it. But at $100 for an open copy, I can't really complain. And I'm just actually really glad that I get to experience the build experience.
Yeah, if I buy something used and it's already built, I take it apart, clean it all up, and rebuild it. You got to get the build experience. That's all the fun. Well, not all the fun, but a lot of the fun. I have heard from multiple sources that it is one of the most difficult sets to build. And so I need to find somebody in my local community that built it or started to build it and can't get it figured out. And they're like, forget it, I'm getting rid of this. And so I can go pick up a built copy too.
It's funny. I see a lot of listings for half completed UCS Millennium Falcons saying like, oh, I got this for my 8-year-old and he can't do it. Like, yeah, if he's not an experienced Lego builder, I'm sure there are some 8-year-olds that would love to build that UCS Falcon. But if you're not really experienced with Lego, that's not a great first Lego build.
That's your introduction to Lego. All right, DG, I've got one more set for you. As always, I save this set till the end because I just like to keep on poking you with it. Set 80049, Monkey Kid, Dragon of the East Palace, retails for $190. It is sold out on Lego.com. It went 30% off. I picked up my two at that 30% off which was $133 each. And here we are, 210 shipped, 330 shipped. Holy moly, some of those are not US based, but there's a 240 shipped, over 250 shipped. I am pumped. Monkie Kid is finally coming around. I know the volume on eBay is still super low, but it's not as low as last year's. You and I still have some from last year, and I'm happy to hold on to those because I think once a few more sets start to hit eBay, that those will start to increase more in value. And I know the ones we have from last year are already up in some pretty decent value, but I'm going to wait. I think Monkie Kid still has some runway in front of him.
Yeah, this is a theme that's pretty obscure, low liquidity. This set in particular, as you said, is selling. Let's go away from the sold listings and just look at what's available now. For this set, new in box, there's only 11 listings worldwide, starting at around 250 shipped up to 300. Yeah, great start to this one.
Another one that I'm going to have a tough time not opening up and playing with the product.
Playing with the product.
See, I'm the bingo card. I'm helping out my fans out there.
Well, Kevin, it's been fun to look at some sets that are off to explosive starts. However, we do have to be a little bit cautious, and let me show you why. A couple episodes ago, we talked about the Batcave Shadow Box that sold out way early in October. Immediately jumped to $600, $700, $800, $900. Looking here at the recent sales, $700 here plus shipping. Sold a couple days ago for about $700 altogether. These are from Japan at $650 and $720. Actually, the price has come down on this in the last month or so. Still a great investment, but a couple weeks ago, this was at $700, $800, $900, and we thought it was soon going to hit $1,000. Not always the case. Also, our Mos Eisley Cantina, very promising set. I still have high hopes. Look at this sale from the end of November, about a month ago, 550 shipped. But looking at some more recent ones from December 20th, that's yesterday as we record this, 350 free shipping. Now maybe that's a damaged box. Let's see, new in box sealed, 450 shipped, sold just yesterday. Prices look to be coming down instead of going up. What do you think's going on here?
I think I need to hang up and start selling my sets before the prices continue to go down. Honestly, I don't know what's going on here. There are so many different variables in the markets, in all markets right now. And we've seen from looking at past sets from, 3 years ago, 5, 10 years ago, their price histories have all kinds of fluctuations. My best guess would be there would be initial FOMO. With the second a set sells out, it does bump pretty high and people are worried, hey, it might just keep going higher. So there's going to be that demand that pushes an initial hump. And then once those people get their sets and are like, all right, good, I didn't miss out on it, then the demand drops off and it, seems to level out a little bit. Of course, now with the holidays, we've talked about that influences prices. But I think on a $400 set, I think the best move is to watch the market for at least 12 months and then see where you are, because most past $400, $500 sets that have done well have climbed pretty steadily over more than just a quick bump out of the gate.
I really like that theory that when it first sells out, the FOMO is just to the max and people are worried in their imaginations. It could go to 100, it could go to 1,000, it could go to 10,000. All right, maybe it's not going to go to 10,000, but the FOMO is really real. At the same time, on the selling side, you have sellers who maybe get theirs late or say, oh shoot, I've got to list this right away. So then the market gets flooded with supply, and of course that would tend to bring the price down. Interesting things in the Lego market. Like we've said, holiday prices are not always representative of the market during the rest of the year, but if you're selling in the lead up to the holiday season, then you can capture those higher prices and that higher volume. I have mostly missed that this year, so I'm going to be selling between Christmas and New Year's and even early in January to try to move some of my inventory. And as I said, because both of us have been regated on Amazon for Lego through no fault of our own, in 2025, I'm going to be looking at alternative marketplaces to shift my inventory. eBay. I've started selling on Walmart. I may get a Bricklink store up and running.
DG, another fun episode as always. This is our last of 2024, so Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everybody. But don't worry, in 2025, we've already discussed some future videos, so we've got some more content. And have no fear, some of our most beloved segments will be coming back, like Good Set, Bad Set, and of course, Guess the Part Out Value, where we get to zing each other.
Where Kevin gets to cheat.
I cheated one time and admitted it, and now I'm always accused as a cheater. I get it. You do it one time and you can't go back. But yeah, 2024 DG, a lot of fun doing these podcasts. I can't believe at the beginning of this episode, you said episode 25. That didn't really sink in till now, but that's 25. That's pretty good. And we've got more for next year.
Lots of good things coming. We appreciate your viewership. Please leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree with anything we said, or if you have other thoughts on the Lego investing market. We love to hear it. We love to keep in touch with you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.